So if you're coming across this message, you resonate with like being the black sheep. Whether it's being the black sheep of the family, black sheep of the friend group, whatever the case may be, and you're going from the black sheep to elite, all right, from black sheep to elite, from being overlooked to the one everybody now looks up to, all right, and who it's like you're at this turning point in your life. I feel like you're the type of person that like you're special. You have this bright spark about you. You have this bright light about you. You're very unique. You know what I mean? And it's like that essence of yours was a bit too much for the environments that you were raised in, or the environments you were put in, or the environments you found yourself in. Okay, and I feel like you were in environments that just felt really chaotic, you know just so much despair, so much hardship, so much competition in these environments, just kind of like very toxic, and it's like this kind of became something you got accustomed to, just being around that type of energy, and it probably led you to like continuously like attract that type of energy, basically. Excuse me. And it's like even when you will leave these environments and decide that you want to choose yourself and decide you want better for yourself, excuse me, confirmation verbs. Even if you left these environments, it's like you saw yourself attracting similar type of situations, or like kind of like repeatedly, you know. And I feel like for a while you felt like you were being blindly led. It's like you probably felt like you just didn't know how things were going to turn out for you. You probably almost gave up on yourself, maybe even multiple times, because you just couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You couldn't really see, things really improving for the better. Even if it's this, even if it's something you knew deep down within, even if you had this very deep knowing that, you were going to make it, you're going to be in your purpose and be around people that are loving and appreciate you. Like, this knowing was buried down very, very, very deep within, and sometimes it came to the point where you almost couldn't even like grasp this concept, the concept of you just living a much better life, the life of your desires, and I feel like you spent a lot of time in solitude, really contemplating things, really getting to know yourself, really trying to figure out how to move forward, you know. And it's like you probably started like taking up like certain skills, becoming good at certain things, just trying to really find yourself, trying to figure out what's for you, what suits you, you know what I mean, what resonates with you. And I feel like in the midst of you trying to do all these things and trying to better yourself, it just was never easy. I feel like you just always faced a lot. You always had to deal with a lot, whether it's injustice, whether it's mental health, you know, whether it's just, you know, like any just type of like low vibration or, you know, frequency things. And the thing is, like, it's nothing to be ashamed of, and it's nothing to condemn. You know what I mean? This is part of your journey. And it's something to really embrace about yourself, that you went through all that and you're overcoming these things. I feel like you're someone who really dealt with a lot. Like, you dealt with a lot of losses and you got so accustomed to losing. Like, even if you obtain like anything that's good, it's like you couldn't hold on to it, or it would just go bad all of a sudden. So you just got so accustomed to losing, whether it's, people that were close to you, things that, you felt like you cherish, etc., etc. And if you actually experience like, a passing of a loved one, I'm so sorry that you had to experience that. you know um I feel like you just experienced a lot of losses, and I resonate with that, myself. And it's just not, it doesn't make things any easier. You know what I mean? It's like you start telling yourself, maybe I'm just meant to, like, maybe great things are just not meant for me. Maybe I'm not meant to have great things. Like, maybe I'm not meant to be fulfilled and happy and joyful. And you know what's so crazy? Sometimes as the black sheep, we think we have to carry everything. I feel like you went through a part in your journey, a point in your journey, where you felt like you had to carry everything. You know what I mean? Because even with you trying to really get to know yourself better and stuff like that, you probably fell into the trap of thinking that because you were more aware of certain things, that you're the one who had to carry certain burdens, even ones that aren't yours. You felt like you had to carry everything on your back, and you felt like you had to be the problem solver and the fixer for everything. And this was probably taken, advantage of. I feel like people really utilize this and um really benefited off the fact that you felt like you had to carry everything. And there's people who, I feel like the ratio between those who were grateful and those who just fully took advantage was like huge. I feel like, it's probably very, very few people who even showed like any gratitude for, the type of person you will be, like, just for the fact that you will bend your back to make sure your loved ones are okay, to make sure anyone around you is okay. And it's allowed you to really come to the point to realize, okay, like, just because I'm more aware doesn't mean I have to carry everyone's burdens on my back. I can still be me, but I just have to have discernment. And so that's one of the things you really started to work on, was just having proper discernment with like who you allow in your life and what you to entertain. Because the thing is, like, you are the company you keep. So bad company can in fact corrupt good character. I feel like there was a point in your life where you even started, just doing things that were more of your shadow side. And it's not a bad thing, because it was all just part of your process. You doing that because of the type of person you are and the type of heart you have, that actually allowed you to really shine your, like, find that light within. you know um like, the more you sinked into your shadow, the more you were able to actually shine your essence. And the more you started shining your light, the more you started realizing how beautiful it is to be able to live in your light. Like, the version of you that is willing to shine bright is actually a magnificent version of you that you truly enjoy to be. And I feel like it took baby steps, to be this person. you know um it took baby steps to really put yourself first, to take accountability of the fact that your life didn't look how you wanted it to look because of the decisions you would make, because you would put yourself on the back burner, or you just sacrifice your happiness to feed your ego. Because I feel like, um you feeling like you have to take accountability. I mean, not accountability, excuse me. It is very important to take accountability, but you feeling like you have to take care of everyone else probably fed your ego, probably made you feel like, okay, at least I feel worthy doing this. Because I feel like you're someone that it's like you didn't really feel worthy, or you didn't really feel loved unless you were like overperforming or bending your back to make others happy, or dimming your light to make others comfortable. And you know, some of you is like you did that not even just to feel worthy or to feel loved, but just so you can be at peace. I feel like some of you really resonate with, you know, the Cinderella story. It's like you will do certain things just for peace. Not even that you were praised for it, not even that you were like loved for it, but so that you can have a sense of peace and calmness. Oh my gosh. And it's like, oof. It's like you started to realize like you are actually meant for way more than just that. You know, you're actually meant for like greatness, you know, like that type of behavior, that type of essence you carry is in fact elite. You know, you really started realizing that there isn't a lot of people like out here that are like you know. And as hard as it was for you to really overcome a lot of these limiting beliefs and a lot of these challenges, you still did it. Like you still persevered, and you still continue to, you know, like, you know, I'm hearing dying to self. You continue to die to your old self, your old ways of being, and you persevered and decided you want to become better. You want to become new. Okay, and I feel like you're still even battling with these things, and I'm hearing like, you know, continue to put yourself like first, continue to make yourself a priority. I feel like you still battle with feelings of, am I worthy of greatness? You know what I mean? Am I going to achieve greatness? I feel like you're still asking yourself, like, should I continue to stay small? Should I just continue to do things that I'm good at? You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm here to tell you, like, go after your heart's desires. Go after what fills you. You know, really alchemize all your emotions into, you know, something like beautiful and creative. You're meant for so much greatness. I feel like if you're watching this, you're a very creative person, you know. And it's like when you create, it stems from like your heart. You know, it stems from a lot of the things you have overcome. It stems from a lot of like passion, you know, and it's so needed. It is so needed. And if there's something that you want to do and you feel like it's like saturated, or you're new at it, or it's, you know, there's already so many people that's doing it better than you, or whatever the case may be, it's like the way you're going to do it though, there's no one like you. That's the thing. There is not another being that's like you. The way you're going to do this thing, the way you're going to add your secret sauce to it, your magic touch to it, okay? Like, no one else can do it in that way, okay? The way you're going to touch people's hearts, no one else can do it in the way you're going to do it. You're needed, okay? And whatever, it may even be multiple things, but whatever it is that you're going to master and you're really going to put out there is going to show the world how elite you really are. Like, it's like you being in your power looks so good on you. It looks so good on you. You being in your power, you being in your true form, you shining. brightly, it looks amazing on you. Okay, it's like it's meant for you. Okay, and it's like it's not about really having resentment from or resentment of the past or resenting anything or anyone. It's not even about that. It's like you're actually starting to see why things happened the way they did. You're really starting to see that everything really does happen for a reason. And you have really become so wise because of everything you've been through. And you know what's so crazy? You're gonna be able to touch so many lives because you're gonna be so relatable. You're gonna be able to touch so many hearts because of the way you're going to be able to relate to so many people, and the way you're going to really be uplifting a lot of people and or putting so many smiles on people's face, like in whatever way that you do it, it is needed. You were born for this, okay? And it's like now I feel like you're probably at a place where you're still mastering certain skills, and you're getting to know yourself much better. And I feel like you're very grounded in yourself. You really know who you are now. You know your worth now. And this is actually attracting. Like I feel like you have balanced the masculine and feminine within, and I feel like you're attracting a counterpart. Okay, a counterpart that is also on the same level as you, the same type of time as you, but you guys are going to grow and evolve like together. Now this can be romantic, this can be business, this can be a friend, but it's like you're going to attract someone that you guys are going to like evolve together. It's really giving romantic. It's giving romantic vibes. All right, and I feel like you're probably like, I don't know about all that because you're probably so focused on just like improving yourself and really getting to the bag, I guess. But you're just so focused on bettering yourself, improving your life. You know what I mean? And it's like what you have to understand is that you don't have to be perfect before you're in a relationship. The whole point of a partnership is to, feel each other. You know, it's to like really help each other really grow and evolve and become the best version of themselves. And that's what this is going to do for you, and you're so deserving of it. Okay, and it's like whatever it is that you may be lacking in, it's like they're going to help and contribute and add to you in that way. And whatever this partner may be lacking in, you're going to help and add to them in that way. It's going to be like no 50-50, but 100. You guys are coming together whole and freaking exploding. Okay, coming together whole and really like just going crazy. Like it's only up from here. It's like really achieving so many great things together, because teamwork does make the great dream work. And let me tell you, it's like the relationship you have with Source, it's like that type of teamwork that you have with God in a spiritual sense, in the spiritual realm, is manifesting in the physical realm. Okay? It's like a relationship that's like that is manifesting for you in the physical realm. Okay? It's so beautiful. I love this for you so much. And I'll see you next time.